What if one of the sweetest fruits on earth was secretly working to protect your heart, support your brain, strengthen your immune system, and possibly help you age more gracefully? It sounds almost too good to be true. After all, when most people think about healthy foods, they imagine leafy greens, expensive supplements, or complicated diets. But what if one of nature's most powerful wellness foods was something delicious enough to feel like dessert? Today, we're exploring a fruit that has been treasured for thousands of years. A fruit so beloved that in some cultures it's called the king of fruits. Yet, despite its popularity, most people have no idea what is actually happening inside their bodies when they eat it. Scientists continue to discover fascinating compounds hidden inside this golden fruit. Compounds that may influence everything from digestion and inflammation to skin health and healthy aging. And perhaps the most surprising part? Many people are eating mangoes the wrong way, missing some of the biggest benefits entirely. So before you slice your next mango, stay with us. Because what you're about to discover may completely change the way you look at this extraordinary fruit. Few foods manage to accomplish something remarkable. They satisfy our desire for flavor while simultaneously nourishing the body. Mango is one of those rare exceptions. Sweet, juicy, refreshing, and packed with nutrients that have captured the attention of nutrition researchers around the world. But mango wasn't always sitting in grocery stores across America. Its story begins thousands of years ago in tropical regions, where ancient civilizations considered it a gift from nature. For generations, people valued mango not only for its taste, but also for its role in traditional wellness practices. Today, modern science is beginning to uncover why. What researchers are finding is fascinating. Inside every mango is a complex combination of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, plant compounds, fiber, and natural enzymes. Together, these compounds may support multiple systems throughout the body, from your heart, to your digestive tract, to your skin, to your brain. And throughout this video, we'll explore exactly how. But first, to understand why mango is so special, we need to go back in time, thousands of years, to where this incredible journey began.
Mangoes have been cultivated for more than 4,000 years. Their origins trace back primarily to South Asia, where they became deeply woven into culture, tradition, and everyday life. For centuries, mango trees were symbols of prosperity, abundance, and vitality. Travelers carried mango seeds across continents. Merchants introduced them to new regions. Over time, mangoes spread throughout Asia, Africa, South America, and eventually North America. What makes this history so remarkable is that people treasured mangoes long before they understood vitamins, antioxidants, or nutrition science. They simply observed something. Communities that regularly included fruits and plant foods in their diets often appeared healthier and more resilient. Of course, ancient observations weren't scientific proof, but they sparked curiosity that continues today. Fast forward to the modern era. Researchers began analyzing mangoes in laboratories. What they discovered surprised many experts. Mangoes weren't just sweet fruits. They contained impressive levels of vitamin C, vitamin A precursors, polyphenols, carotenoids, and beneficial plant compounds. In other words, the ancient admiration for mango may have had deeper roots than anyone realized. And this brings us to the first major benefit, one that affects nearly every cell in your body, your immune system. Imagine your immune system as a highly trained security team. Every day it faces countless challenges: environmental stressors, seasonal threats, everyday exposure to germs. To perform effectively, this system requires proper nutrition, and one nutrient plays a particularly important role: vitamin C. Many people immediately think of oranges, but mangoes provide meaningful amounts of vitamin C as well. Vitamin C helps support the normal function of immune cells. It also contributes to collagen production, wound healing, and antioxidant protection. But that's only part of the story. Mangoes contain other protective plant compounds that work alongside vitamins. These compounds help neutralize unstable molecules known as free radicals. Over time, excessive free radical activity can contribute to oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as a form of biological wear and tear. Your body naturally manages it, but nutrient-rich foods help support those defenses. One serving of mango won't magically transform your health overnight. No food works that way. But consistently choosing nutrient-dense foods may help create a stronger foundation for long-term wellness. And that foundation influences much more than immunity. It also influences something nearly everyone worries about: aging.
If there were a single question that drives much of the wellness industry, it might be this: how do we stay healthier as we get older? While no fruit can stop aging, some foods may help support the body's natural defenses against age-related stress. Mangoes contain compounds known as carotenoids. These pigments give mangoes their beautiful golden orange color. Inside the body, certain carotenoids can be converted into vitamin A. Vitamin A plays important roles in vision, immune function, and skin health. Mangoes also contain polyphenols. These naturally occurring compounds are attracting growing scientific interest because of their antioxidant properties. Think of antioxidants as part of your body's maintenance crew. They help support cellular protection against everyday oxidative stress. And because oxidative stress accumulates over time, researchers often study antioxidant-rich foods in relation to healthy aging. Interestingly, populations that consume more fruits and vegetables often show patterns associated with better long-term health outcomes. Again, this doesn't mean mango is a miracle food, but it does suggest something powerful. Small daily choices matter. The foods you eat today may influence how you feel years from now. And speaking of feeling good, there's another surprising system that mango may help support, one that many Americans struggle with every day: digestion. Have you ever felt sluggish after eating? Bloated? Uncomfortable? You're not alone. Digestive complaints affect millions of people, and often the solution isn't found in a bottle, it's found on the plate. Mangoes provide dietary fiber. Fiber helps support regular bowel movements and healthy digestive function. But mangoes contain something else that's especially interesting: natural digestive enzymes. These enzymes assist in breaking down certain food components. While your body already produces digestive enzymes on its own, foods containing natural enzymes may contribute to the overall digestive process. Researchers are increasingly interested in the connection between gut health and overall wellness. Why? Because the digestive system influences much more than digestion. It affects immune activity, energy levels, nutrient absorption, and even mood. Which raises an intriguing question: could mango's benefits extend beyond the gut, all the way to the brain itself? The answer may surprise you, and that's exactly where we're headed next.
The human brain is extraordinary. It contains roughly 86 billion neurons. It consumes enormous amounts of energy. And despite representing only a small percentage of body weight, it requires a constant supply of nutrients to function at its best. Yet, many people spend more time thinking about their smartphones than they do about the organ controlling every thought, memory, and decision they make. This is where mango becomes surprisingly interesting. Mangoes contain vitamin C, carotenoids, and a variety of plant compounds that researchers continue to investigate for their potential role in supporting brain health. Vitamin C, in particular, plays a role in neurotransmitter production. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that allow brain cells to communicate. Without efficient communication, focus, memory, and cognitive performance can suffer. But there's another compound inside mango that has generated growing scientific curiosity. It's called mangiferin, and while most people have never heard the name, researchers certainly have. Mangiferin is a naturally occurring polyphenol found in mangoes and certain parts of the mango tree. Scientists are studying it because of its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Why does that matter? Because chronic inflammation and oxidative stress are increasingly being studied in relation to age-related cognitive decline. Now, let's be clear. Eating mangoes won't suddenly make you smarter. No fruit can do that. But regularly consuming antioxidant-rich foods may help support the systems your brain depends on. Think of it this way. Your brain is like a high-performance engine. The quality of fuel matters, and every healthy choice you make contributes to the bigger picture. But the brain isn't the only organ working nonstop. Your heart is too. And what researchers have discovered about mango and heart health may surprise you. Every minute of every day, your heart performs one of the most demanding jobs in the human body. It never takes a vacation, it never asks for a break. It simply keeps going, day after day, year after year. Because the heart works so hard, nutrition becomes critically important, and mango contains several nutrients associated with cardiovascular wellness.
One of those nutrients is potassium. Potassium helps maintain normal fluid balance and supports healthy muscle function, including the heart muscle itself. Many Americans consume more sodium than recommended. Balancing sodium with potassium-rich foods can be an important part of a heart-conscious lifestyle. Mangoes also contain fiber, and dietary fiber has long been associated with heart health as part of an overall balanced eating pattern. Then there are the antioxidants. Scientists continue exploring how antioxidant-rich foods may help support healthy blood vessels and cardiovascular function. What's particularly fascinating is that heart health doesn't develop overnight, neither does heart disease. Both are built gradually through thousands of daily choices. One healthy meal, one walk, one night's sleep, one fruit selection, again and again, over decades. And that's why seemingly small habits often produce the biggest long-term results. But there is another factor affecting heart health that millions of people rarely think about: blood pressure. And mango may play a role there as well.
Imagine your circulatory system as an enormous highway network. Every second, blood travels through thousands of miles of vessels, delivering oxygen, removing waste, keeping tissues alive. When circulation functions efficiently, your body performs more effectively. Potassium-rich foods are often discussed as part of dietary patterns that support healthy blood pressure levels, and mango contributes meaningful amounts of this important mineral. Of course, no single food determines blood pressure. The bigger picture matters: physical activity, stress management, sleep, overall diet quality. But foods like mango can become valuable pieces of that larger wellness puzzle. And when combined with other healthy habits, those pieces begin to add up. Which leads us to one of the most controversial questions people ask about mango, a question that sparks endless debates online. Can people concerned about blood sugar eat mango? The answer is far more interesting than most people realize. For years, many people avoided mangoes because of one thing: their sweetness. The logic seemed simple. Sweet fruit must be bad for blood sugar, right? Not necessarily. This is where nutrition becomes more nuanced. Yes, mango contains natural sugars, but it also contains fiber, water, vitamins, and beneficial plant compounds. Whole fruits behave differently than highly processed sugary foods. Fiber slows digestion. This can help moderate how quickly sugars enter the bloodstream. Researchers continue studying how different fruits fit into healthy dietary patterns, including for people mindful of blood sugar management. The key often comes down to portion size and overall eating habits. Eating an entire container of mango every day? Probably not ideal. Enjoying reasonable portions as part of a balanced diet? That's a very different story. One of the biggest mistakes people make is viewing foods as either completely good or completely bad. Real nutrition isn't black and white. It's about patterns, consistency, balance, and understanding context. Ironically, when consumed thoughtfully, mango may actually help satisfy sweet cravings in a more nutrient-dense way than many processed desserts. Which brings us to another surprising benefit: weight management. Many people trying to lose weight immediately eliminate fruit, but that strategy can sometimes backfire. Why? Because extreme restriction often leads to stronger cravings, and stronger cravings frequently lead to overeating. Mango offers something valuable: natural sweetness, fiber, volume, satisfaction. When people replace highly processed snacks with nutrient-rich whole foods, they often find it easier to maintain healthier eating patterns. Fiber contributes to feelings of fullness, water content adds volume, and the natural sweetness can help satisfy dessert cravings. Again, mango is not a weight loss miracle. No food is, but it may fit beautifully into a sustainable approach to healthy eating. The goal isn't finding magical foods. The goal is creating habits you can maintain for years. And speaking of energy, many people report feeling surprisingly refreshed after including fruits like mango in their daily routine. Why might that be? Let's explore.
Millions of Americans begin every morning the same way: coffee, energy drinks, more coffee, then another coffee. And by afternoon, many experience the familiar crash, the fatigue, the brain fog, the search for another boost. Mango provides a different kind of energy. Its natural carbohydrates offer fuel for the body. Its vitamins and minerals help support normal metabolic processes. And unlike heavily processed sugary snacks, mango arrives packaged with fiber and nutrients. For many people, pairing mango with protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt, nuts, or cottage cheese can create a satisfying snack that provides steady energy throughout the day. But here's where things become truly fascinating. because everything we've discussed so far only scratches the surface. In the next section, we'll uncover some of the most surprising benefits of mango, including its connection to skin health, vision protection, inflammation, sleep quality, immune resilience, and a little-known reason some nutrition experts call mango one of nature's most underestimated wellness foods. And one of those discoveries may completely change how you choose your fruit for the rest of your life. When people think about healthy skin, they often think about expensive creams, serums, treatments, procedures. Yet the truth is something many dermatologists and nutrition experts frequently emphasize. Healthy skin begins from within. Your skin is your body's largest organ. And just like every other organ, it depends on proper nutrition. Every day your skin faces challenges: sun exposure, environmental pollutants, stress, poor sleep, natural aging. Over time, these factors can contribute to visible changes in skin appearance. This is where mango becomes particularly interesting. Mangoes provide vitamin C, one of the most important nutrients involved in collagen production. Collagen is the structural protein that helps maintain skin strength and elasticity. As we age, collagen production naturally declines. That process is completely normal. But supporting your body with nutrient-rich foods may help provide some of the building blocks needed for healthy skin maintenance. Mangoes also contain carotenoids. These plant pigments give mangoes their beautiful golden color. Researchers have long been interested in carotenoids because of their antioxidant properties. Think of antioxidants as protective partners, helping your body manage everyday environmental stress. No fruit can stop wrinkles. No fruit can freeze time. But nutrition can influence how gracefully the body adapts to aging. And perhaps that's a healthier goal. Not chasing eternal youth, but supporting vitality, energy, and confidence at every age. Yet skin isn't the only place where mango's colorful compounds may make a difference. Those same pigments may also help protect something even more precious: your eyesight.
Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you can no longer clearly see the faces of the people you love. For millions of adults, concerns about vision become increasingly important with age. That's why nutrients that support eye health receive so much attention from researchers. Mangoes contain beta-carotene, which the body can convert into vitamin A. Vitamin A plays an essential role in maintaining normal vision. In fact, adequate vitamin A intake is necessary for healthy eye function. The retina relies on it. Night vision depends on it. And overall visual performance is influenced by it. But that's not all. The antioxidants found in colorful fruits and vegetables continue to attract scientific interest because oxidative stress may affect eye tissues over time. This is one reason nutrition experts often recommend eating a wide variety of colorful produce. Each color represents different beneficial compounds, and mango delivers some of nature's most vibrant golden pigments. It's almost as if nature left clues in the color itself. Which raises an interesting question. Could the bright color of mango be one of the reasons it's so nutritionally valuable? We'll return to that mystery shortly. But first, we need to discuss a hidden issue affecting countless Americans: inflammation. Inflammation is not always bad. In fact, it's one of the body's most important protective responses. If you cut your finger, your immune system creates inflammation to help begin healing. That's normal. The challenge arises when inflammatory processes become excessive or persist for long periods. Modern lifestyles often expose people to factors associated with increased inflammation: chronic stress, poor sleep, sedentary behavior, highly processed diets. Researchers continue exploring how dietary patterns influence inflammatory processes throughout the body. And this is where mango's plant compounds become fascinating. Mangoes contain polyphenols, including mangoférin and other antioxidant compounds that scientists continue to study. While no food can eliminate inflammation entirely, diets rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, and whole foods are consistently associated with better overall health outcomes. The lesson here isn't about finding one magical ingredient. It's about creating an environment inside your body that supports resilience. Every healthy choice sends a signal. Every meal tells a story. And over time, those stories become your health journey.
But what if some of those benefits extend even further? All the way into the quality of your sleep. Sleep may be the most underrated health habit in modern America. People spend enormous amounts of money searching for more energy. Yet many overlook the importance of getting quality rest. Without sufficient sleep, nearly every system in the body suffers. Mood, memory, recovery, metabolism, immune function. Everything becomes harder. Now, mango is not a sleeping pill, and it won't instantly solve chronic sleep problems. But there are several reasons it may fit well into an evening wellness routine. Mango contains carbohydrates that can complement balanced evening meals. Its vitamins support numerous metabolic functions. And replacing processed desserts with fresh fruit may help some people make healthier nighttime choices. More importantly, improving sleep often requires improving overall lifestyle quality. And nutrient-dense foods are part of that bigger picture. Sometimes better sleep doesn't come from adding something. It comes from replacing something. Replacing highly processed snacks. Replacing excessive sugar. Replacing habits that work against your body's natural rhythms. And that's where simple foods like mango can quietly contribute. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of mango is how many systems it appears to support simultaneously, including one that becomes increasingly important as we age: bone health.
Most people don't think much about their bones until something goes wrong. Yet your skeletal system provides the framework for everything you do: walking, lifting, moving, living independently. Mangoes contain several nutrients that contribute to overall wellness, including vitamin C, and smaller amounts of minerals involved in normal body function. While bone health depends on many factors, including calcium, vitamin D, physical activity, and strength training, a nutrient-rich diet remains essential. One of the greatest gifts of healthy aging is maintaining independence, being able to travel, play with grandchildren, enjoy life without unnecessary limitations. And those outcomes often begin decades before they become visible. The choices you make today become the foundation for tomorrow. Which brings us to another hidden benefit many people overlook: hydration. When most people think about hydration, they think about water, and that's absolutely important. But many forget that fruits contribute to hydration as well. Mango contains a significant amount of water. Combined with natural electrolytes and nutrients, it can become part of a hydration-friendly eating pattern. This may be especially helpful during hot weather, physical activity, or periods when maintaining hydration becomes more challenging. Sometimes wellness isn't about complicated strategies. It's about supporting the body with foods it naturally recognizes: simple, whole, nutritious, delicious. And that brings us back to something we've hinted at several times throughout this documentary: the remarkable color of mango. Because that color tells a nutritional story. Have you ever wondered why mangoes are so brilliantly golden? It's not just for beauty, it's biology, nature's color-coding system. The pigments responsible for mango's yellow-orange color are often linked to carotenoids and other beneficial plant compounds. In other words, the color itself can offer clues about the nutrients inside. This is one reason nutrition experts frequently encourage people to eat the rainbow. Different colors often mean different phytonutrients. And mango proudly represents one of the brightest colors in nature's nutritional palette. But numbers and nutrients only tell part of the story. The real question is this: can eating mango actually make a meaningful difference in someone's life? In the next chapter, you'll meet ordinary people whose wellness journeys took unexpected turns after making small but consistent dietary changes. Their stories are simple, relatable, and surprisingly powerful. Because sometimes transformation doesn't begin with a dramatic overhaul. Sometimes it begins with a single habit repeated every day. And one of those stories may remind you of your own.
Let's step away from the science for a moment. Because sometimes numbers don't inspire us. Stories do. Meet Sarah. Not a celebrity, not a fitness influencer. Just an ordinary woman living a busy life. At 52 years old, Sarah felt like she was running on empty. Every morning started with coffee, then another coffee, and by mid-afternoon, she often felt exhausted. Her meals were rushed. Her snacks were convenient rather than nourishing. And although she wasn't seriously ill, she simply didn't feel her best. One day, after speaking with a nutrition-minded friend, Sarah decided to make a few small changes. Nothing dramatic, no extreme diets, no expensive programs. She began focusing on whole foods, more vegetables, more water, more fruit, and one fruit quickly became a favorite: mango. She started adding mango slices to Greek yogurt, sometimes to oatmeal, sometimes as a simple afternoon snack. Over time, she noticed something. Her afternoon cravings seemed less intense. She felt more satisfied after meals, and healthy eating no longer felt like punishment. Now, was mango solely responsible? Of course not. Health transformations are rarely about one food. But mango became part of a larger shift, a symbol of choosing nourishment over convenience. And perhaps that's the lesson many people miss. Real wellness isn't built through perfection. It's built through consistency, one better choice at a time. But Sarah's story is only the beginning. The next story reveals something even more powerful: the impact of small habits over many years. Michael spent most of his 40s focused on one thing: work, deadlines, meetings, responsibilities. Like many Americans, he convinced himself he would focus on health later, next month, next year, someday. But someday has a way of arriving unexpectedly. A routine medical appointment became a wake-up call. Nothing catastrophic, nothing dramatic, just enough information to make him realize he needed to start taking better care of himself. Instead of chasing shortcuts, Michael committed to fundamentals: more movement, better sleep, less processed food, more nutrient-rich choices. One of those choices was replacing many of his usual desserts with fresh fruit. Mango became one of his favorites. Not because someone called it a superfood, not because it promised miracles, simply because he enjoyed it, and that made healthy eating sustainable. Years later, Michael often reflects on what truly changed his life. It wasn't motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It was habits. Habits became routines, routines became a lifestyle, and lifestyle became results. The lesson? Health is rarely built through heroic actions. It's built through ordinary actions repeated consistently. Which brings us to our final story, perhaps the most emotional one of all.
At 68 years old, Linda had learned something many people spend a lifetime discovering. Health isn't really about looking younger. It's about living fully. She loved spending time with her grandchildren, playing games, going on walks, creating memories. And she understood something deeply. Every healthy choice she made wasn't just for herself. It was for the moments she wanted to keep experiencing. Linda often kept a bowl of fresh fruit in her kitchen. Among the apples and berries was usually a mango. To her, it represented something simple: nature's reminder that healthy food can also bring joy, not restriction, not fear, not guilt. Joy. And perhaps that's one of the most overlooked aspects of nutrition. Food is not merely fuel. It's part of life, part of family, part of celebration, part of connection. The healthiest lifestyle is often the one you can actually enjoy. And that's exactly why understanding the truth about mango matters. Because despite all its potential benefits, many people still believe myths that simply aren't true. Let's clear those up right now. Myth number 1. Mango has too much sugar to be healthy. Reality? Mango contains natural sugars, but it also provides fiber, vitamins, water, and beneficial plant compounds. Whole fruit is very different from highly processed sugary products. Context matters, portion size matters, overall dietary patterns matter. Myth number 2. You shouldn't eat fruit if you're trying to lose weight. Reality? Many successful weight management approaches include fruit. Whole fruits often help satisfy cravings while providing valuable nutrients. Myth number 3. Only exotic supplements can provide powerful antioxidants. Reality? Many everyday fruits and vegetables naturally contain antioxidant compounds. Often, the simplest foods are among the most beneficial. Myth number 4. The sweeter the fruit, the less healthy it is. Reality? Sweetness alone doesn't determine nutritional value. Nutritional quality depends on the complete package: fiber, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, water content, and overall dietary context. The truth is often less dramatic than internet headlines, but it's usually far more useful. And now that we've addressed the myths, let's discuss the mistakes many people make when eating mango. Because even healthy foods can be consumed in smarter ways. Mistake number 1. Treating mango as an unlimited snack. Even healthy foods benefit from reasonable portions. Balance remains important. Mistake number 2. Replacing entire meals with fruit.
Mango works best as part of a balanced meal pattern that includes protein, healthy fats, and other nutrient-rich foods. Mistake number 3. Choosing heavily sweetened mango products instead of fresh or minimally processed options. Many packaged products contain added sugars that change the nutritional picture. Mistake number 4. Ignoring food combinations. Pairing mango with protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, nuts, or seeds may create a more satisfying and balanced snack. And that leads us to a fascinating question. When is the best time to eat mango? Morning? Afternoon? After exercise? Before bed? The answer may surprise you. And some of the most practical mango tips you've ever heard are coming up next, including how to choose the perfect mango, how to maximize flavor, and one simple trick used by experienced fruit lovers that most Americans have never heard of.
One of the most common questions people ask is surprisingly simple. When should I eat mango? Morning? Afternoon? Evening? The truth is, there isn't one perfect answer, because the best time often depends on your lifestyle. For many people, mango makes an excellent breakfast addition. Paired with oatmeal, Greek yogurt, or a protein-rich smoothie, it can help create a satisfying start to the day. Others enjoy mango as an afternoon snack, a time when energy tends to dip and cravings often appear. Instead of reaching for highly processed snacks, a serving of fresh mango can provide sweetness alongside valuable nutrients. Mango can also fit beautifully into post-workout meals. After exercise, the body is often looking for carbohydrates, hydration, and nourishment. Fresh fruit can be part of that recovery process. And what about eating mango at night? For most healthy adults, moderate portions can absolutely fit into an evening meal plan. The larger question isn't what time should I eat mango? The larger question is, how does mango fit into an overall healthy lifestyle? Because timing matters far less than consistency. A healthy habit practiced regularly will almost always outperform the perfect habit practiced occasionally. And if you really want to maximize the benefits of mango, the next topic is incredibly important. Food pairing. Some foods work beautifully together. Not because they're trendy, but because they create balance. One of the simplest combinations is mango and Greek yogurt. The protein from yogurt pairs naturally with the fiber and carbohydrates from mango. The result? A snack that's satisfying, delicious, and nutrient-dense. Another excellent combination is mango and oatmeal. Fiber from oats. Nutrients from fruit. A comforting meal that many people find incredibly filling. Nuts and mango also make a wonderful pairing. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios. Healthy fats combined with fruit can help create a more balanced eating experience. And then there are smoothies. A mango smoothie can become even more nutritious when blended with ingredients like spinach, chia seeds, protein sources, and unsweetened dairy or plant-based milk. The goal isn't to make mango the only healthy food you eat. The goal is to let it become part of a larger nutritional pattern. A pattern built around whole foods, colorful foods, and foods you genuinely enjoy eating. But before you can enjoy a mango, you need to know how to choose one. And surprisingly, most people get this wrong.
Many people judge mangoes by color alone, but color can be misleading. Different mango varieties naturally display different shades. Some stay green even when perfectly ripe. Others become bright red, yellow, or orange. A better approach is to use your sense of touch. Gently squeeze the fruit. A ripe mango should yield slightly under gentle pressure, similar to a ripe peach or avocado. You can also smell near the stem. A ripe mango often produces a sweet, fruity aroma. If the fruit feels rock hard, it may need a few more days. If it's extremely soft or mushy, it may be overripe. And here's a little-known tip. Tiny wrinkles near the skin can sometimes indicate a mango that is exceptionally sweet and ready to eat. The perfect mango is not necessarily the most beautiful one. It's the one that signals ripeness through texture, aroma, and feel. Nature gives clues. We simply need to learn how to read them. But choosing a great mango is only half the battle. Storage matters too. If your mango isn't ripe yet, leave it at room temperature. This allows the natural ripening process to continue. Once it reaches peak ripeness, refrigeration can help slow further softening. Cut mango should be stored in an airtight container and consumed within a few days for the best quality. Freezing is another option.
Frozen mango works beautifully in smoothies and can be a refreshing snack on hot days. Simple storage practices help preserve both flavor and convenience matters because healthy foods only benefit us when we actually eat them. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. What have we really learned about mango today?
Over the course of this documentary, we've explored a remarkable list of potential benefits. Let's bring them together. Mango may help support healthy immune function, antioxidant defenses, healthy aging, digestive wellness, gut health, brain function, heart health, healthy blood pressure, balanced eating habits, weight management efforts, natural energy, skin health, vision health, hydration, and overall nutritional quality. That's an impressive list for a fruit many people simply think of as a sweet treat. Yet perhaps the most important lesson isn't about mango itself. It's about perspective. Because health is rarely transformed by one food, one supplement, or one shortcut. Health is built through patterns, and mango can be a valuable part of those patterns. Not because it's magical, but because it's nourishing, accessible, delicious, and enjoyable. And when healthy choices become enjoyable, they become sustainable. Which brings us to the final message of this documentary, a message that has very little to do with fruit and everything to do with life. If you've made it this far, you've probably noticed something. The healthiest people rarely spend their lives searching for miracles. Instead, they focus on fundamentals. They move their bodies. They stay connected to people they love. They prioritize sleep. They manage stress. And they consistently choose foods that nourish them. Not perfectly, consistently. There is something beautiful about that, because it means health is available to more people than we often imagine. You don't need perfection. You don't need expensive solutions. You don't need to become someone else. You simply need to keep making small decisions that move you in a healthier direction. One meal, one walk, one habit, one day at a time. A mango won't change your life overnight, but the mindset behind choosing nourishing foods just might. Years from now, the choices you make today will become part of your story. The energy you feel, the memories you create, the adventures you experience, the moments you share with the people you love. And perhaps that's the true purpose of healthy living. Not merely adding years to life, but adding life to years.
If you discovered something new about mango today, let us know in the comments. What's your favorite way to eat mango? Do you enjoy it fresh, blended into smoothies, mixed with yogurt, or added to your favorite recipes? And here's another question. After watching this documentary, which benefit surprised you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who cares about healthy aging, longevity, and natural wellness. And remember, sometimes extraordinary health begins with surprisingly ordinary foods. We'll see you in the next video.